and welcome to Stocksbridge for this three-season friendly commentary. The match between Rossington and Stocksbridge, Parkfield's annual commentator Adam Allcroft will this game. So we have a friendly incident between these two non-league in Stocksbridge, who evaded relegation last year, just a few places above after a decent run-up at the end. Rossington, who were very close to joining Stocksbridge in the Northern Premier League, having finished in the playoff or losing to the eventual winners, Garth Town. We should have a very good game. It'll be a good test for both teams. We're in the United States preview. Looking at the kickoff, we'll list the team unfortunately, we don't have the Rossington team to hand because it's pre-season. It can be inconsistent. Do recognise Mitch Langton out there and Ross Hanna, probably two most familiar names to Steele's fans in the Rossington lineup. We'll name Stocksbridge lineup in a second, though, as the referee's just having a final few. So, just a few final checks here for referee. Actually, looks like it might be Cody Pryor in the middle. I don't think it is anyway. And here we go. So Rossington main kicking the game off in the all-blue kit, kicking from left to right, while the Steels are in the red kit still. All red kit from right to left. But last time we'll see Stocksbridge in this kit before the claret and blue away kit. That will start later this season when it's all NIL sponsored. So we are still looking for a shirt sponsor for anyone who believes they can help with that. Please get in touch. So we will, the Stocksbridge lineup now. So let's just get that up. So it's Harry Garland makes his pre-season debut. In the goal, then it's Carl Austin, Jack Tinker, Curtis Turner, Alex Phillipson, Dan Nelson, Alex O'Connor, Danny Deacon, a former Rossington man himself, Trilist A, Tommy Marshall, and Jack Haslam. Haslam has taken position on the right wing with Trilist A in centre forward. As I say, just trying to have a look around, and Haslam's actually left wing with Tommy Marshall. Right, good header from Rossington there. Marshall tries to get on the end of it, but picked up by the number 5 of Rossington, who gets the ball back through, and all the way back it goes to the Rossington keeper, who sends it long. Awkward bounce, and Nelson heads it forward, goes to Turner, flips it over the ball, because it's tossed him, back to Turner it goes, and he's dispossessed, but that's another foul, bit of a light one that Stocksbridge has just got away with. Stocksbridge do get a free kick within a few yards of the Rossington half. I think to know I just feel like complaining so much in a pre-season friendly. It's not about the result, it's all about getting minutes in the legs and warming up and making sure they're all ready for the opening day of the season. So feels like we'll be a home cup tie against Prestwich Hayes. Marshall takes the around and getting from the free kick. Looks to be man goes around the outside, puts the low cross in. Header on the near post is well saved. Alex O'Connor there with a header on the near post. Really smart header. Well caught by the Rossington goalkeeper. 2 minutes gone in this game, remains 0-0 from Rossington and Stocksbridge. Ball's gone all the way back now to Garman. And now to Dan Nelson. Looking at to have his first full season of the field, coming through the pathways to the reserves away at Rossington for reserves today. Rossington win the ball in midfield. Right, that's in midfield, so he's someone else, I don't know. Nelson towered over his attacker in his way, goes to O'Connor. Looks to beat Langton, but Langton gets a nudge. Gets through his leg, and then goes to Deacon. Switches play out to the right wing, really smart pass move, goes to Marshall, holds it up. But on the corner of the box, goes on the outside, looking for crosses in, looking, goes all the way through. So we're just a few things in this game, and we already a score in a good, just outside box. From a really switch on, Danny Deacon, Phil's isolated fullback. It's not getting particularly it's turning on. There's a lot of these it is 1-0 here to the Steels. This motion is held up on by that accident on the M1 that got helping with the way here on it. They will miss down on that goal later because of that. Hopefully everyone is okay who's involved in that. As well as down to Cody Price, but Austin has that covered. Looks to turn around Austin, but Pryor uses his body, shoves him off the ball. Marshall comes back and helps him get the ball, gets tripped and earns a free kick. So it's a good start for Seals here with Curtis getting on the score sheet. Scored 3 times last year. We'll be looking to get more this year. One of the weaknesses of Stocksbridge was the lack of goal scoring. I think most of the goals came from Ross who left, but I think the reason he was mostly not was that goals weren't coming from anywhere else on the field. Oh, the real lack of people getting to 5 or 6 goals in the squad, just lots of different odd ones. That's something Stocksbridge will need to improve if they want to push up the table next year. As Haslam touches it back to Tinker, who tries to get clear. Flankton does, but then it's tackled by the number 2. And Rossington will redistribute to their number 3 here. And out one goes to the 10. Going to be pressured by Austin, forced backward before Pryor sends it long anyway. By Phillips, goes to O'Connor, looks to get it to Haslam. Haslam touches loop into the air, and Fenton goes over the top and head away, and will trickle out for a throw-in. Tinker will be allowed to come up to take this. So Tinker throws it out to the trialist. Back to Tinker. Put the ball forward to O'Connor, just 2 heavy for him, and we're out for a goal. It's Stocksbridge. Many trialists in the team. We'll see them around the second half. But lots of business has been done recently, and there will be more announced in the coming days, I'm sure. So Rossington will come up and take this goal. Send long, looking for their number 9 comes in to help him long, but anyway, by Nelson, Deacon will down go back to Tinker and head ball going for length. They've got a game of head tennis at the moment as Nelson then volleyed back before he does go down to ground, and now turns to win it. Try to it out to Deacon, not great his pass, and it's too high. Deacon got a switch on, so it just goes out for a throw-in. Number 2 throws it in, and back to the number 2, clicks behind him. Goes to the defender, chips up into the air. Number 9 drops deep and heads back to the 8 to knock it forward, but that's well read by Hilton, who clears away. The number 9 will head it on, and that will head back by Rossington. We look like we're going to have a bit more head tennis, but actually will be Deacon wins into the back of his man, and it will be free kick just inside the half for Rossington. It's quickly taken, goes to Cody Pryor, who will look to get out of the wing, and then gives it back to his left back, and then flicks it over the top, looking for Pryor again, who heads it on, no Cordell get onto it. Garman shouts to leave it, collects it on in his feet. Yeah, so tries to get the pass through, and then number 11 intercepts well, but he'll give it back to Turner, and then goes to Haslam. Tries to take his man, blocks off, has to go back to Nelson. Short pass to Tinker, go wide, he's going to send one over the top. But Haslam over chase, and it's going to be a good chase on, but number 6 just covers it, can eventually clear for a throw-in close to the corner flag. Head up to Taylor's throw. We are 7 minutes into this game, 1-0 for Stocksbridge. Curtis Turner on the 3rd minute. So quite a lot of 2 early goals in the preseason game so far. And back to Tinker, who rides the ball into the box. It's collected by the goalkeeper fairly comfortably. Rolls out quickly to his left back, good in it. Send it long, but it's off target. Will smash into the Stocksbridge bench. Austin will take this throw in. We'll think it's everything else that's happening in the games I've been noticed. Involving anything involving team that we could be facing next year anyway. Should be quite a bad start for contest. They're hoping to spend more town of the National League North. They look 4 minutes have gone. They're losing 2-0. And it just flicks off him and goes back to the goalkeeper. It was a good ball, a really close goal. Just when then the defender just got enough of a touch, especially with Haslam bearing down the side. Nothing given. Stocksbridge up to Deacon, who will push forward. Deacon continues to head forward, lays it off Haslam on the left. Deacon offering an option on the left, but blocks up. Haslam going to get into the box. Collections kindly sends a shot in the near post. Is collected fairly comfortably by the goalkeeper. I think it was a gala or some sort. Last year when we were at this ground, there was actually a fun fair next door. We had a live band playing while the game was ongoing, and not this time. Sonic seems to be the principal star, and then maybe after the match. Which apparently we have not too bad weather, very cloudy here at Rossington today, but last time particularly just really movable drizzle. So last time I actually on the head diver. Ball in the middle goes to the 11 for Rossington, Langton spreads out to Pryor, then gets it through blocked, and then you can go to the left back who tries to get it beyond Marshall, blocked him, but back to the left back, looks through number 9, appeal for an offside, not given. Number 9 plays back to try to find number 8, just a bit ahead of him, and Turner will intercept, and the opportunity for a break, Rob is just a bit behind, and has to stop his run to collect it. Then gives it back to Turner, and it's a heavy touch from Turner, and just bundles out to play for a throw-in. Number 2 is here, shouting his orders on how he wants the team to play. He throws it in, head all right, by Nelson. It's going to be head turned back in though, and Nelson fighting for the ball with his head, and it goes out to Pryor. Pryor goes to a shot, and Garman scrambling and too far off that post from the far side. Bit too much space for Cody Pryor, who had a short stint with Stocksbridge a couple of years ago, moved to Rossington after that stint. Never scored 4 steals, close to came with a header against Prestwick, which is in the FA Cup, which is bar. Almost scored against us there, they weren't too far off. So with Garner spreads it out, and Marshall drops deep to collect it. Back now for Phillipson. Echo on commentary. Let me see if I can sort that. Hopefully that will sort the echo out that apparently that's been happening. Problem is this switchboard we have goes in my bag, and all these buttons sometimes get pressed without me noticing. I haven't had much time to check because it's basically in here, get some food because I wanted to get some on the way, but that accident at Paul Turner, like you said, you seem to be stuck in, delayed us, and yeah, it's sometimes things like that can happen where the button which causes an echo, we have no idea why there is such a button on a mixing board. That's what caused that. Anyway, it's a goal kick for Rossington at the moment with 12 minutes gone. See quite a few of our fans are over behind that Rossington goal. See Harry and Adam and Alec. And a dog. Don't know where the dogs come from. We'll need to be introduced to that dog later on. Austin with the throw-in now. He throws it short to the trialist, but just gets obviously our player with a throw into Rossington there. All the way back, Rossington go to the goalkeeper. We have hit that pre-season pace, I'd say, after a bit of a frantic start. Now going to be sent long, looking for the centre forward. Phillipson will look to have this covered. It bounces beyond Phillipson, who then heads it back to Garman, and Garman collects comfortably. Thrown out to Nelson. Out to Tinker now. Then back to the young centre-back. Through to Deakin, back to Nelson. Playing centre-back today after being at left-back against Woolwell. Dealt very well with Josh Nodder, one of the most wily wingers in the local non-league region. As Haslam does really well, turns his number 2, heads down left-hand side, puts a pass into the middle, no one's there for it. Pryor collects, passes it back to the goalkeeper. By the way, if there ever is any sound issues like what Echo you mentioned, just please do put it in the comments, because we can often not tell, and obviously we're concentrating on what the hell's happening in the game, and so please do tell us, because otherwise we won't know. We do want to make sure that this is best as possible, and this is pretty good for us, so we're trying to figure out what the settings are for all our microphones and this mixing board and all that sort of thing is. Well, I think knocked over the top and over the top of the number 6 and all the way back to the goalkeeper. Ian Richards showed him what the worst that could happen with attacking, and he's right. Ian Richards not gone to the Gareth Southgate school of thinking with that sort of attacking while you're 1-0 up. Not that England has spent much time actually 1-0 up in the Euros. Final tomorrow. As the ball flipped over at the top, looks for the number 11. Garman's out to his box, will head it away, and it'll be a bit awkward for Garman. Drop deep, and Haslam's back to defend, but 11's collected it. Haslam gets a foot in. 11 tries to continue, but Turner is able to come sweep it up and lays it off now for Deakin on this left-hand side, closest to us. Back to Turner, who's sort of left back at the moment. And then all the way back to Garman. Takes the touch out, will go through to Phillipson, who just carries it forward. Sending on the line, looking for the run of Austin. Austin might have the pace, he was beat his man, he did, but out comes the goalkeeper to collect it. Back out to the Rossington left back. Forward it goes, number 9 bounces off him. Too much of a push in the back from Nelson. Will be a free kick for the home side. 15 minutes gone in this game. Is 1-0 to the Steels. Anthony Sanson, sounds better now. Great to have back on again. Thank you, Anthony. Great to be back commentating again. Ball will be long, and from Stocksbridge, the trialist heads it on. He's trying to chase on his head on, and he does force the number 5 Rossington to end up just dribbling it out to play. Tinker will come up to take the front. Throwing it out here to Haslam, then back to Tinker. Short one to Deakin, who's on the corner of the box here, but facing the wrong direction. Hits Marshall's move centrally, gets the ball, takes a shot, curls not far over the bar. Good play across the edge of the box. You can see Deakin was just for a bit frustrated that he's back to goal, because I think he might have wanted the shot, but laid off well for Marshall. Got the ball out to his feet really well, just unfortunately kills it over the bar. Remains just 1-0 to the Steels. So back now with Rossington keeper. Sent long. In a local score update, Penistone are 3-1 up on Maltby Main. A Sam Scrivens hat-trick. That game is in its second half. That was a 2 p.m. kickoff. Big throw now from Austin down the line and headed out. Both teams appealing for it. Rossington will win the appeal. As it goes to Pryor, who carries it forward, looks to switch it over to right winger. Haslam back to defend, and Rossington sort of getting their own way a bit, but the 11 has done well and gives it back to their captain, their number 8. Then to Langton, who goes forward to Pryor, and then out to the left-hand side it goes for Rossington as they push forward here. Ball goes into box, big looping ball that loops over the bar as well, and almost over the netting into that field back there. So back it goes now with Garman. Ball going long. Austin will look to keep it in, but he can't do so. Gets a head onto it, but just goes off towards the new food van they have here at Rossington. Always fun when you have these teams that you see like once a year of, oh, they've got something new at the ground and new little like food, not food choice actually, food shed. But it's had a very nice bacon and sausage signing when I got here. Needed it, was planning on a trip. Again, got delayed because of the accidents on the M1, where we hope everyone is okay in that. And just unfortunately, he weren't able to stop off behind, but actually that bacon and sausage sardine has made up for that. Rossington on the ball in their own defence at the moment. To Langton and back to the left back, who's just going to send this long. He's looking for the number 9, who chests it down well, but that's intercepted by Turner, who gives it back to defence. Nelson will just hit it right-footed, big ball. I don't think that had any chance of making it to any forward, but goes out for a Rossington goal kick. Breaking play as the keeper goes to fetch that. 19 minutes gone in this game. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge. That early goal from Curtis Turner. So now with the Rossington keeper for this goal kick. Takes his time with it for right footer, sends it long towards the right hand side of the pitch. Number 9 will head it on. Austin just can't judge the bounce of the ball. Eventually, Phillipson comes in and heads it away. Back to Langton, who heads it in front of him for Turner. Dispossesses, and Rossington getting back. Number 8 is clipped by the foot of Haslam, and it will be a free kick. It's kind of interesting. I just want to make the comment. We talked about big debate as being whether that Harry Kane foul on him was actually a penalty. That was actually quite a similar sort of principle of someone who's already kicked the ball but gets connected with the foot that was already there going for it, and it's always is a free kick outside the box. As Marshall tried to burst out of space there on the right hand side, but gets clipped down. It's a free kick inside Stockbridge's own half. So Carlton Town are leading 1-0 against Burton Albion in a pre-season friendly through Lamin Manor. Dan Nelson now takes the ball out, gives it over to Tinker, who comes forward, tries to find Deakin, goes through him, goes all the way to the trialist, who didn't know where the goal was, I don't think. He'd gone well wide left. It really opened up into space, took the shot very quickly, and it went, well, I think high and wide in the end. It would have, even if it had been more towards goal, I just don't think he was aware where the goal actually was when he made that run. Good play, though, initially, and Stockbridge broke through the Rossington defence. Ball goes long here from the goalkeeper, going long, headed on by number 9, and Tinker blocks before Austin's able to knock it away, and just goes out for a throw-in on the halfway line. Number 2 throws it down, headed on by the 9, and then O'Connor takes it. One of the Rossington players went down, number 10 went down, claiming a foul, and then when it's not given, had a bit of a shout at the ref. All the way back in the Rossington defence now, with the number 5. Carries it forward over to Pryor. Takes the chance to the 17 to Langton, who's now going to look for the overlap. It's almost a really good pass to number 10, reaching onto it. And she goes to Garman, who has to pick up quickly before the 10 is able to take advantage of and make Garman look like a bit of a fool. Austin gets out to Marshall on the right. Marshall moves in on the inside and back to Turner it goes. He's going to send it over the top, but no one's going to run onto that. Back it goes to the goalkeeper. Through into the centre back, down to the number 2. Back to the goalkeeper now, and he will look to switch it over to the left-hand side. Gets it on the left way, cuts in, then lays past forward, but that's well intercepted by Nelson. Stepped up really well, and the reserve centre-back, well, typically reserve, might be seeing him a lot more in the first team this year. Made his first appearance away at Grimsby Borough. Came on as a left-back, did well in a makeshift position. It was down to Jack Tinker's injury that he came on, and will be looking to make more appearances this year. Another sign that the pathway system's working well at Stocksbridge. Here comes the ball going long, the offside flag is up. So Stocksbridge will get the free kick. Ball back to Garman here. Then out now to Nelson. And it comes. Well, I thought it came off Tinker then before going out for the frame, but what Rossington thought well, but instead it is going to be a Stocksbridge throw just near the halfway flag, right in front of it. He gives the ball back to Tinker, knocks it over the top. Haslam will look to get onto it, and the offside flag is up again, this time going against Stocksbridge. So back now here with Rossington, and I guess we have gone into pre-season pace at this point. There's a number 11 who's tackled by Turner, back to Deacon, who heads it forward, look for the trialist, but well inside by the 60 ring, mazes his way through and continues to maze his way through and out to the 9, and back it goes into defence. Now all the way back in Ross with Langton. To switch play over to the left-hand side, does it really well there. Now forward, looking for that run on that number 10. Can't do so. Phillipson is going to read that. He's into his own corner flag. Plays it out. Marshall's trying to keep it. He gets tackled. It's out for a Stocksbridge throw, though. Back to Turner, then back to Austin. His clearance is charged down by the number 8 Austin. Will be another throw in. 25 minutes gone in this game. It is 1-0 Stocksbridge. That early effort from Curtis Turner. Long ball. Langton tries to head it, keep it in, but Marshall intercepts. Marshall's trying to go down the right hand side. 2 men on him. Tackle goes out playing. It comes off Marshall last. So throw in here for the home side. And there's just not much happening in this game at the moment, to be honest. Badsford are leading 2-0 against Hallam FC. And Dan Bramall's put Worktop 1 up against Brighouse. That's not just an NPL East fixture for us, that's a friendly fixture. Rossi just played a ball into the box, but almost onto it is the number 9, but well read by Garman, who's on it. It could have. That's probably Rossington's best play of the game so far. Lay down here for Phillipson. Well, goes forward to Marshall. Turns and has to go backwards because he sees there's nothing in front of him. Phillips on the ball will switch it over to Tinker. It's an ambitious one, but Tinker, really good first touch. Off to Haslam on the left. Haslam not fainting a few times, but doesn't get what he wants. Goes to O'Connor, then the overlap to Haslam. Good play. Left footed ball in, blocked by the number 6. Will trickle out just for a throw in next to the flag. Lovely play up down the left hand side. And then the throw in's taken quickly to Deacon. Deacon looking to turn and out to the middle to Turner. Turner gets his foot caught on the ball, but manages to switch around, and now he's going to put a ball in the middle, look for the runner. Marshall, not far off. Keeper collects. Quickly out for the number 3 for Rossington. Big slide challenging from O'Connor, and I think he's been penalised for the intent of that sliding tackle. Eton Stannington are 1-1 against Carlisle City. We'll make our very first trip to them later on this season. And Liversidge are losing 1-0 as well. Bertley has scored against them. I think quite a few of our teams are losing, but not really matter at this point, does it? It's pre-season, and it's all about just trying to get the play right and make sure that everything's right for that first game. As Rossington had bundle way there into the box, eventually are stopped. Turner passes it out to Marshall. He's forced back, looking to turn, looking to get further out, but Rossington get the footing out for a throw-in. Thrown back to Fields near heavy first touch, but then drills it on, flicked on to the right, but then only out for a throw near front of that halfway terrace that He's over on that side of the ground. And now in the Rossington defence. Touch out in front, then back in defence now. Rossington happy to pass it about before clipping it long. Nelson will head it away. And won by Langton, who flicks it over the top of Pryor. Pryor heads it back to Langton. Langton wanted the volley, was closed down by Nelson to stop it, and then Stocksbridge win the ball back. Nelson in a tight space passes it out to Deacon, who's forced back to Tinker, who will drill it forward. It's going to go up to the number 5 for Rossington. And takes his time. Weirton will now distribute it back into defence. We're going to be a pitch ball over to that left-hand side, trying to find the overlap. It does do so, but the cross is very high and over the top of the bar, and will be a goal kick, and Garmin will get the chance to send this one away. So, out for the goalkeeper now. Out for Phillipson here, who takes the touch, is wheeling the players onto him, and drills the pass to O'Connor. Back then it goes to Phillipson, then through to Marshall. He's got some space to work with as he crosses the halfway line. He's going to look to get on the outside of his defender here, looking for the cross. Good time sliding challenge goes in, and it will be a throw-in to Stocksbridge in a good position, right in front of the Maxi Hughes stand. Thrown quickly to Marshall. Back it goes to Austin, now to O'Connor, who tries to open his body, but he has to send it back to Austin. Austin opens up, puts crossing it, blocked, and it will be a corner kick. And I think that's Stocksbridge's first corner of this game. It's, the first corner of the game, full stop. Stocksbridge were very strong on these couple of seasons ago. Weren't as good last year, though Charlie Ogilvie headed in a few. Danny Deacon is the one who's on corners. Now a left-hand ball looking to get it into the 6-yard area. Keeper gets a hand to it. No one's there for it. Gets it first to Tinker. Lays it off for Phillipson. Appeals for offside. Out for O'Connor. O'Connor takes a shot. Blocked by Langton. And then Marshall tries to get a touch onto it. But unfortunately that's going to hurt Steele's more than help, because it's causes the offside flag to go up. Danny Deacon will loop him really nicely. Just with a hand that the Rossington keeper went onto. He managed to get it into the one bit of space that was in the box where there was no Rossington or Steele's player. 31 minutes into this game. 1-0 to Stocksbridge. Langton lays it back into the centre half, who comes forward. Back to Langton. Sends it across to Pryor, with teammates at Staveley, those two, as well as Stocksbridge. Back now for number 6, then through to Langton. The press has started. The trialist centre back forward tried to get to it, but Rossington break through it and get to the 11. Tinker sliding challenge, doesn't get away from it. The number 11, a mess of leg, will be tackling through to the number 4, and back to Austin. Goes to Marshall, and then there's a foul on the right back, and it will be a free kick.
Who's sitting closest to that side window?
Ball goes back for Garment, sending the ball long, headed away towards the number 9, who's been forced backwards, and it's a good ball shot to 11. Goes through, but Tinker comes in with a key tackle at the end, and it's back to Garment. Some good play from Rossington there. Almost broke through the Stockbridge fence. Just Tinker had that bit of pace on the attacker and was able to get back and make a crucial tackle. Goes through to Marshall now. Turns. Force back. Back now to Marshall, who sends it all the way back now to Nelson. Over to Tinker. Forward now to Haslam. Touch takes him for back, but moves into the centre. Good tackle on number 2, and Langton able to sweep up and knock it long. And this could turn into an attack for Austin. Heads out, look for Langton again, but headed away from him, and Tinker will come and take it away. Turns really well. Sends it in man a bit daft, and then knocks it off the number 8 captain for a throw-in. Oh, and his dad sends it, gives him some congratulations for that. So, ain't it nice? We are 33 minutes into this game. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge. That early goal from Curtis Turner. Ball going to go out to the left-hand side. Number 5 for Austin is able to clear it away. Ball thrown in back to Tinker, then into the middle where O'Connor's going to have to chase it back. It was a loose ball back to Turner. Tries to find Tinker, but it's blocked by Langton out for a throw-in. Throw-in goes right into the box. The trialist will pass it back to Tinker here. Tinker takes the touch and puts the ball. It's a good-looking ball. Headers in, and it's not far off. It was Jack Haslam there with the header. Just over the bar. It's a fantastic cross from Jack Tinker, who I know one of his main aims is to lead the assist charts, and if he puts more balls like that into a box, he will have a good chance of that going into next season. Ball goes in, headed by number 9, and number 10 juggling a bit. Phillipson gets a foot in back now into the captain, then with the 10, who will pass it over to Pryor. Takes the touch and lays it off for them 5, and he's going to drill it forward, blocked, and number 9 here on the ball, but then well played by Turner. Counter coming in, but I think that trialist is well offside. He's not timed his run well at all there. Was well ahead of his man by the time that pass was being taken. He sent. And he puts his hand up, taking the blame for that one. So back with Rossington in their midfield at the moment. And into the defences, Langton has it on the right-hand side of the pitch. Comes forward and putting in the field, but it's a poor pass. O'Connor reads, intercepts, tries to get onto his sex touch, but that itself was intercepted, and now it's all the way back with the Rossington keeper, who's taking his time with it. And with their captain 8, who is deep in his own defence at the moment. With Chipto along looking for their attacker, and Nelson holding him off well and forced out to the right to number 2. And then back to their 8 on the halfway line, and Foyos looking at number 9. Well read by Nelson, stepping up again, takes pass shot to the try and send back to Nelson, who lost it over the top. Looked for Marshall, bit off target, headed away by the left back, only back for the try. The striker, who's big, strong header forward, unchallenged, but fortunately wasn't able to get the direction on it. Rossington able to deal with that pretty simply. It's back in their defence. Marshall's going to trigger a press, but pass through to Langton. Onto the left now, and forward goes to their 10, and heavy touch, and Phillipson tries to get with a foot, but that's too much from Phillipson, and it will be a free kick to the main. Free kick here just goes back into their own central defence. The pass was forward and flicked on, but too heavy a flick on will be a throw-in to Stocksbridge over on the right wing. Austin gets it back after taking it, tries to go forward, blocked by the 10. Austin has been penned back in at right back at the moment, not had much chances to go as forward as he normally would like, especially when he does in the reserves. So he really does start to show his own sometimes, is when he's able to get forward and use that pace and skill he has on a ball. Garman looks to switch it over to Tinker. Takes a good touch back to Nelson. Charge down, and Rossington able to get the ball here in a high up position. But then Langton gets a little shove off the ball from Turner. It will be A free kick in a dangerous position for the home team. So big chance now for Rossington. Cody Pryor looks like he's going to be the man over it. He is now being joined by one of his teammates, the number 10. So I'll be interested to see whether we'll see the right foot of the number 10 or the left foot of Cody Pryor. Still some anger on the Rossington side of the organisation attacking wise. Pryor leaves it. The number 10 is going to right foot put the cross in, headed away, goes to the edge. Langton puts it back in the 6-yard area. Back heel, back in the net. But I believe the offside flag is up. So as much as that was a very cheeky and impressive goal, the offside flag means that the Steels are still 1-0 up. That's one of those where I think you're just thinking, God, why that goal has to be ruled out? Why the back heel into the back of the net that I could live off for next few months gets ruled out? Ball over the top, looking for Haslam, who gives a little shove to the number 6 as he passes it back, and then it will be a free kick then. I think because it looked like it was just going to go back to the goalkeeper, the referee was going to just leave that as an advantage, but when it tumbled out for a corner, no, the free kick were given. Goes out to that left-hand side now for Rossington. Carries on with the ball. Puts the ball in, look at the number 9, the run's really good, takes a good touch, and Garman really well and grabs it off his feet. Nelson there just lost the run of the number 9, but Garman was well after his goal and just was there to meet him and grab the ball right off his feet. Good goalkeeping from Garman. Long ball forward, looking for number 9. It's hit. The defender who's headed it behind, and the keeper has to chase it down. There wasn't any fear of that becoming one of those embarrassing goals. Ball goes forward to number 8. He's going to look to switch it over to the right-hand side. Carry on forward, along to Langton, who's got touches taking him onto the right wing, puts the ball in, and Phillipson with a good clearance away. Austin are having their best period of the game so far. He marked with that disallowed goal. Hallam's having his arm pulled as he loses the ball there, but gets it back, knocks it forward, but no one's there for it. Goes back into the Rossington defence. Hallam complaining about that. Grimsby Town are leading 2-0 against Cleethorpes Town in that traditional pre-season fixture, and Liversedge have equalised against Burley, one of their trialists. The ball being not long here, their 10 will get onto it, caught under his feet a bit as Nelson tracks him. Got an overlap option, but just coming down, moving inside. Langton going on the outside, but Turner intercepts, gets a bit of a pull from Langton. Nothing given on that, and will go out for a throw-in close to the flag. Stocksbridge players get a bit irate with the referee. And Ray goes through and Turner intercepts, and then Deakin touches away, and O'Connor's going to send it long, but it might just be a bit too long. The keeper might just be able to read it, and it goes into his box as well as Marshall was not too far away. Now with Rossington in their defence, and they're going to carry well forward into the Steel's half now. O'Connor covers back to Pryor. Yeah, then to the number 8, then back to Pryor, and into defence as Langton's sending out orders of what he wants to happen next as the 11 collects on the right-hand side, moves in on the inside. Back it goes to Pryor. Pryor just being forced backwards here. We'll have to give it back to their 6. Taking his time with it, then into Pryor. Takes a few touches and goes to the 6. And forward it goes to the 11. And he's going to take him on, trying to take on Tinker. And then a big foot from Nelson into the legs of the 11. And it'll be another free kick on this right-hand side. I say, as this half closes in on its end, Rossington have been getting better and better. We have a very different team for Stocksbridge in the second half, which we will reveal during the halftime break and talk to you in our commentary later on. Just heard the words from the referee. It's just a friendly. Enjoy it, as Jack Haslam was having a few complaints. It is kind of right. He is. This is not about the result. The result will not affect anything going into the season proper. I think it shows how competitive Jack Haslam is. Not just a footballer, but a Commonwealth diver. Dived for Team England in the 2018 Commonwealth Games at the Gold Coast. Came 10th in the 3-metre springboard as Rossington have got their equaliser. It was always coming. It's the number 9 who's touched it in at the far post. Swung in ball, really good ball into that area of a very dangerous area, and the number 9 touched in. It is 1-1 here. Comes on the 43rd minute. So it has been coming for a while. Rossington, just as this half was closing on the end, they were getting better and better and better, having more chances, having more of the ball, being camped in the Steel's half, and you can't say they didn't deserve that equaliser. O'Connor on the ball now. It's spread out to that right-hand side. Back it goes to Turner, touch it into the middle. To O'Connor, get it back to Nelson, laid over to Tinker on the left. Oh, over to Haslam, who lets it go beyond him, but can't chase onto it, and it will go out for a throw-in. So as Turner wins the ball well in midfield, but Pryor gets it back in, gives it to his fellow midfielder, and then number 10 stops looking for the foul, and he certainly got it. Right, captain here will take his time and pass back to the defender and carry forward. Then back to the 8 and into the defence. Challenged there by Marshall, and then it has to be given back to the keeper due to that press, and then spread out to that left-hand side. It's Langton on the ball. Back he'll go to the keeper. The number 9 tries to get onto it, but can't do so. Back to the 5. Steele's press is really penning Rossington in. In the end, they just clear the ball off Marshall and for a throw-in. Off the left side, Rossington take this throw, and that will be half time here. So it's 1-1 here at Oxford Street. So Stocksbridge got the early goal. A impressive finish from Curtis Turner on the edge of the box. Was put Stocksbridge ahead early on, but Rossington towards the end, a free kick whipped in, went into a really dangerous area, and Ross Hannah was able to believe it's Ross Hannah, the number 9. Though not certain, he's able to tap it in the far post. It's 1-1 here. We will see you in 15 minutes for a much changed Stocksbridge team. and welcome back to this pre-season friendly commentary of the match between Rossington Main and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm Adam Allcroft, and it is 1-1 here. An early goal from Curtis Turner putting the Steels ahead before Rossington equalised towards the end from their number 9. Steels. There has been plenty of changes to Stocksbridge during the break. Looks like Rossington are pretty much unchanged, and the game is now underway. Stocksbridge kicking us off in the all-red kit, kicking from left to right, while it is Rossington in the all-blue kit, kicking from right to left. Stocksbridge on the attack already, so we'll delay telling you the teams as Luke Falco is on the right wing here for the Steels, looking for an opportunity. We'll lay it back now here to Childers. A good cross. Childers has them diving head. Great save. That's going to bundle. That is a fantastic cross from Declan Childers, one of the coming on, and then Haslam, fantastic diving headers. Keeper got a good save onto it. Well, it looked like a good save initially, but it then bounded into his own net. It's 2-1 to Stocksbridge within a minute of the restart. It's so close that I've not even got my clock going for the second half yet. Jack Haslam with a impressive diving header. But I think it was all about that ball from the coming up to play with the first team today, just with a fantastic assist. I've not even told you what the teams are for this. Yes, and we. So Rossington trying to get on the attack on the right hand side as we sort it, but we do need a stoppage here because the number 8 for Rossington is down, clutching his right ankle. And we are going to need a Rossington physio team on. So during this breaking play, we will actually tell you the team. So Rossington, we don't know the team for. We can see that Mitch Langton and Cody Pryor are still out there, 2 former Steels. Now, for Stockbridge, this is the team as follows. And a slight change to what we've advertised on social media. It's Harry Garman in goal, then Kyle Austin, then Ollie Novak, who's at left back today, a challenge for him. Declan Childers, who we've mentioned, just got the assist. Alex Phillipson, who's going on to do the full 90, it appears. Curtis Turner, who's moved into centre back. Trialist B, who's coming into centre midfield. Ashley Butterworth. Jack Haslam, who's just scored and has gone into centre forward. Luca DeFalco, who seems to be on the right wing. And then Dan Hernandez, who scored on Thursday night. He will be on the left. So Haslam has now scored 2 in 2 in pre-season. Scored from the spot, but and it's kind of fitting that the Commonwealth, well, the man who's competed in the Commonwealth Games for diving, has scored a fantastic diving header. But I think it might have caused a bit of a splash, that landing. So it might not have got many points. It looks like number 8 for Austin is going to go off a third treatment. He looks okay now up on his feet, so hopefully he'll be able to continue. I think it's the worst feeling to get an injury during pre-season and really set you back for the year. Rustin try and get an attack going here. Lay back to Pryor. Pryor tries to drill the pass forward, goes beyond Turner, and then Garman able to collect. And there's the weakness of having Turner as a centre back. Probably should have got a foot on it to block it, but didn't do so. Out to Austin on the right. It was outside. It will be Dan Nelson, but will be Austin. Austin's lost the ball to Pryor. As Pryor continues forward to it, Austin holding on to him, and then eventually Childers commits the foul close to the touchline on the left-hand side. 48 minutes gone here. 2-1 to the Steels. And a big chance for Rossington to get the ball into the box here. Pryor left-footed, looking for the far end of the box. Turner got a bit of a header onto it, and it flicked off the back of his head and comes off the Rossington 6 and out for the throw-in. Corner, goal kick, I mean. Pre-season for me, that's my excuse. And will probably be an excuse till November. Back with Garman. He's also doing the full 90 today. Neither Hampshire nor the trialist goalkeeper here. Liversidge are 2-0 up in there, friendly. Childers was put under pressure there. It's a poor pass from him. Austin just about keeps in. Nope, he doesn't. He ends up knocking it out, throwing. And Press being very impressive on that occasion. And forcing a throw into them in an attacking area, but then Butterworth's won the ball off. An impressive debut for him on Thursday. Ball's cleared. Haslam will chase. 6 touches on. Clears it off. Haslam stays in. I think Rossington were keen. Thought it had gone out. Just goes back to the number 6 and back to Langton, and Butterworth passes in, forces it back to the defender. Haslam comes in on number 8, and Stocksbridge win the ball here. Childers carries it forward. Right for the ball forward, looking for DeFalco. Comes off the number 5. Butterworth tries to get onto it. Sliced by the number 3. He gets onto it on the second attempt, and this time does boot it away. Garman comes out to collect it, takes it into his box. Out for Phillipson. Now to Austin. Now to Childers, and back now to Turner. Laying out into the middle. Big boot forward from the trialist midfielder. Covered by number 6, and Hernandez, as he was going for it, has a little slip. Back he goes to the goal. Found out the dog, by the way, that we noticed is Denby. It's our sport Adam Teasdale's dog. Just, you didn't mention he's just going to hear him barking over there because he wants some more treats. So if anyone in the stadium might be listening in the stadium has any treats in their pocket, I think Denby might appreciate them. Ball in the midfield. Pryor sends it over the top to the number 3. It's a great ball for Rossington. The number 3 faces up with Austin. Ball goes in. It's a good-looking ball. No one there for it. Oh, as I say that, Novak wasn't able to do his defending at the left back and almost finished at the far post. It's sent over the bar in the end, and it's remains 2-1. And Stocksbridge having to put Novak at left back and centre back due to, people being missing that. Almost cost Stocksbridge on that one. I wonder if we might see Dan Nelson come back on later on in the game. I know it's not at this point, but you obviously don't want to be letting up chances that could easily not be chances. Liversidge are 3-1 up on Birtley. As Stocksbridge have a throw-in. Throwing into the trialist centre midfielder. Back to Novak. Ball is blocked, and now here comes Rossington down the left-hand side. Novak trying to chase, but then there's a heavy touch, takes him further on. I think that. No, it's a corner kick. I was always wondering, just seeing what the linesman was saying then, because I think there was a bit of a debate internally with the linesman, but it will be a corner kick there. Rossington must touch much of either Novak or the trialist, who was trying to defend. Here comes the ball, and good-looking ball headed away by Phillipson. Battle to be the first man onto it. It's going to be Rossington. Novak covering here on the Rossington's left. Left over the number 8. Lovely ball to the number 8. Crossing goes in. Good-looking cross. Almost ends up in the net itself, and will go out for a goal kick. It was a really nice-looking ball out. So Rossington are looking dangerous in their attack so far. 52 minutes gone in this game. 2-1 to the Steels. So Stocksbridge looking weak in defence with Turner sent by Novak at left back. It's not something I think Ian will have wanted, Ian Richards will have wanted, but something he's having to deal with as Austin heads a ball forward. Will go all the way back to the goalkeeper now. Well out to his goal. DeFalco will press if he can cause a mistake, and can be slicing through the middle and headed on by the number 8. Phillipson will knock it up into the air and out for a throw-in and bash off the stand next to me. Ball goes in here. Number 3 will take his time with it, throws it down eventually, and flicked on. Butterworth, who can't see much of, tries to knock it away, and then Austin goes through to the number 10, who's trying to move it well, covered by Turner. That was good centre-back work from the makeshift defender, just covering the run of the number 10, allowing Garman to collect it. The ball goes forward and then bounding out for a throw. Throwing going in and goes all the way forward, and it's going to be collected by it's like a newer player for Rossington that's come on. Number 16, I've just noticed. Here comes Pryor trying to run down the left-hand side up against Austin. Puts the ball into the middle. Lay it off here for the 11. trying to get to the 16, goes back to Langton. Langton wanted to take the shot, now has to try and take it beyond, goes to that new sub and almost sneaks in at the near post. Well drilled shot from the 16, just goes wide. That near post. Garman looked like he did have it covered though. So main on here to the Steels, 54 minutes gone. Here comes the ball forward and then headed on, and the number 16 is going to try and get onto this. He does. He's going to take an early shot, well wide in the end. I think probably could have taken that further on into the box. Snapped at it too early, and that's meant the shot has gone wider than probably 2 goals. So ball going long, head on through Butterworth and but then free kick is earned by Rossington. I don't know what Butterworth did, but just trying to change some of the settings by the microphone. So if the sound quality does change better or for worse, please do let me know in the comments, because it would really help me out. We are trying to figure out what the best setup is for the season going on, so I can make this as easy as possible. Ball goes to try to go through. Austin intercepts, but then he loses the ball to Pryor, but it's too heavy touching and goes back to Garman. So it goes through all the way to Austin here, who loses the ball out, but then Phillipson will just boot that one away. And then screen out by number 5, and will be a free kick for Rossington. Haslam with the foul. I'm hoping now that you might be able to actually hear some of the background noise of the ground, and which I don't think you've been able to hear before. As Langton tries to play it forward here, and just to be tackled, they're going to try and get it back. Langton now does. He's got his back to goal, and will be Childers, who tried to get in the tackle, but Langton ends up pushing him over. Will be a free kick to the Steels. So back now with Garman for a free kick. Long ball from Garman, going to go all the way to the top and back to the Rossington keeper. Stocksbridge not really been able to attack much since they took a very early lead into this second half. As Rossington put a ball forward, it's head away by Phillipson and out for a throw-in. It has been all Rossington really in the second half. Just other than that, 1 attack, 1 goal. We've not been able to see anything really of Dan Hernandez yet. We've not seen much of Luca DeFalco. Haven't really seen much of Haslam in this second half. It's been all Rossington. He goes down to the number 3 for Rossington. He's trying to peel on the outside, right-footed ball, looking for that far post. Here comes the header in, and it's not far wide, and it's going to be a corner kick. Actually, it's Nova pointing towards the linesman, who has put his flag up for offside, but the referee has overruled the linesman on that occasion. It will be a corner kick. So Rossington with a chance from this set piece. So here it is, the corner kick. High, looking for that far end of the box. Number 16, he gets the header onto it, and it will be out for a goal kick. Full time over at Penistone. This game against Maltby. It's 1 to Penistone. Sam Scriven's hat-trick for Penistone and Wade Ripley for Maltby in another local friendly. But for Garman will head it forward, and Childers tried to intercept. He lost track of the ball though, and now Rossington on the attack. Pryor coming forward, trying to cut in on the end, trying to flick it on, and then ball's going to rebound in, but Novak back well to clear it away. Haslam will try and challenge the ball. Holds it up really well, Haslam. He's looking for the run of Hernandez. Hernandez seems to have broke it, but the touch away from the number 6. He got his foot in, managed to get it away, and Hernandez, who weirdly for a left winger wearing the number 2 shirt, almost broke through on that occasion. Here comes the ball through, and here Austin on the attack. 16 gets his pass blocked. Trialist in the middle has picked it up, and he tries a bit too much, but then gets away with it before his pass forward is blocked. It'll be a throw into Stocksbridge. Sheffield are leading in the Heritage Cup, and it's former Steel Jack Watson who has scored from close range. Rossington just won a good tackle there, and their number 2 is going to carry it forward now onto their right-hand side as they dash forward. Well won though by the trialist centre midfielder, who tried to turn that into an attacking pass immediately, but it was headed out of play for a throw-in. 60 minutes gone in this game. 2-1 to the Seals. Jack Haslam put Stocksbridge back ahead at the very beginning of this half of a diving header that the keeper wasn't able to get a clean enough hand to stop it going into his net. Good pass to Butterworth here. Butterworth's looking for an option and hasn't really got to him, and he ends up being dispossessed. I think DeFalco had just moved a bit too centrally there, needed to be a bit further wider. Austin changed back to Childers, then back to Austin, moves into the centre, knocked forward. DeFalco try and chase, bit too far for him though, and will go out for a throw-in. So throwing's going to go all the way back to the Rossington keeper. He'll take right-footed, will boot that one long. Headed on, but there'll be a free kick for Turner having his hands on the defender. And it will be a free kick Rossington, about 40 yards out. And the referee's making sure it is going to get taken from the right spot. Pryor and Langton over this free kick. Rossington looking to turn this into an attacking opportunity. Trying to Langton, but well over, and then it almost ends up in the field across the way. I think we ended up with a few balls in that field when with the fairground there last year with a live band playing. It was quite nice to have the live music on as we were watching the match. Certainly made it entertaining during the duller, slower bits of a pre-season friendly, especially as that was Stocksbridge's first pre-season friendly. Butterworth had the pass, but it's a bit of a suicide when he got tackled, and then the number 16 tries the shot. In a better world, that might have been a rugby league conversion. In football, that's one that gets a jeer from the crowd. And Butterworth just lost the ball a bit too easily on that occasion. Ball goes out now to Turner. Out now to Garman, who will take it short, and Allcroft in his own box. Rossington's press is looking really good at the moment as he goes out to Novak at left back, then back to Turner. Turner will look to switch it to Austin, who's in a lot of space, and he will take that touch, and now he has a chance to go forward, pass it beyond to DeFalco, who loses the ball, goes to Austin, tries to find Childers going forward, intercepted and cleared away. Phillipson will cover that one out and allow it to go out for the goal kick. So it's right now 63 minutes gone in this game. It's 2-1 as Rossington prepare to make a substitute. Two substitutes actually, the number 6 and number 10's coming off.
But the Rolls Royce pick you up, take you across London via police escort to Tower London. You meet beefeaters, they take you around Tower London, show you everything. Then you have tea with beefeaters.
So just a brief pause in play. As we see Rossington bringing a few new players on as part of their pre-season warm-ups. Short here to Phillipson. Phillipson carried it forward. Sent long, looking for DeFalco. Hit Haslam, might be trying to go into it. The offside flag's up. Keeper had rushed out to head it out, even if he had not been offside. Just heard Jack Haslam just shouting how far liner, and I think the liner was just like quite a bit. He was quite a bit offside, that one. Ball goes long here to the number 14, the substitute that's just come on for Rossington. Pryor back to help, tried to find Pryor, yeah, but Stocksbridge defended it and blocked out for a Rossington throw. Owen here, left-footed ball, looking for that far post over the top of everyone. Novak will chase it on the left and he will take that touch and try and use his pace to carry it away himself. Now sends the pass forward, looking for Fernandez. Bit too heavily hit for him. Number 6 will have this covered. Back it goes to the keeper who boots that one away. Novak's back to try and hit it away and ends up being him and turn a tumble over. Novak's down, clutching his face as Rossington attack, right-footed ball in. Phillipson defends at the near post, and despite the sliding challenge of the 16, he's able to be passed away. To pass it forward now to Haslam, who goes down under a tackle, but nothing given. And the number Price to pass it to Langton, then over to the right-hand side of Rossington's attack. Forced backwards by Novak, who's trying his best in this left-back position, though he has been caught out a couple of times in this game so far. The number 5 here for Rossington will through into the middle. The number 14 and back into the middle, and then to Pryor, and then back to their number 8, who's serving as captain today. At the right-hand side, well footed from Novak, wearing that well, but then the second pass is blocked and it ends up rebounding to the 16, who loses control of it. Back with Turner now. Turner, big long ball forward, and there will be a foul given against Rossington, so a free kick for Stocksbridge. Didn't see entirely what that was though. 66 minutes gone. 2-1 to Stocksbridge. Free kick taken quickly. It's Hernandez on the ball, trying to take him man. He moves on the inside. Thought about the shot, but I think it's all the distance. Back to Austin, who moves in on the inside as well, so it's centrally. Now Childers, who will switch it out to DeFalco on the right, just falls short, headed away by the number 3. And Austin's a bit out of position, means number 14 for Austin can get onto it. Tries to find that 16, who has a touch. The trialist trying to dispossess him, can't do so, can't move him off the ball. With the 3 now, who will send it long to Chase. There's nothing for it, and it will go out. Well, Gong will actually keep it in, and he's going to carry it into his box. And shot to Childers, who carry it forward. Apologies, I think you might be able to hear a bit more of the atmosphere around us, but it means you might hear some of the players' language, and I just heard that one quite loudly. Boston on the ball now, there, number 16. Out to the right. Then the offside flag goes up from that pass forward, and Stocksbridge will get the ball back. Garman's going to take this free kick. 67 minutes gone. 23 left in this game. Steel's leading 2-1, hoping to get their second win in pre-season. Ball goes long, head away by Rossington. The trialist in midfield tries to pass for it. It won out there by Hernandez. Appeals for a free kick from Rossington, not given. And Hernandez tries to take on the man. Goes back to Butterworth after it was blocked. He spreads out to Childers. Childers out now to DeFalco on the right. DeFalco looks to take on his man, and he can't do so. Eventually trying to use his body. He does get through eventually. DeFalco left foot to take a shot, blocked. Austin tries to get the first touch. He can't do so, but goes back to DeFalco in the end. DeFalco takes past 1, then he's tackled, and the number 8 will just clear that one away. DeFalco causing all the problems in that one, using his body. Even when the footwork was letting him down, his body was allowing him to just push some of the defenders out of the way. However, the keeper remains untested after some good play from the Steels. Handsworth are leading. Handsworth have just scored, but they are still losing 4-2 to Wallenest. Back with the Rossington goalkeeper right now. He takes his time with it. Takes a few steps forward, well out of his box at the moment. Sent long. Headed away by Turner, then Buttoff, good little turn, and he wins it back at the second attempt as well as he almost lost it. Hernandez on the ball, and back into midfield, and to Novak in left back, and he tries to drill pass into middle. No one's there for it though, and Langton will sweep it up and intercepts, lays it off for Pryor now. Pryor gets the pass to the 16, takes a touch, takes a good shot, spilled by Garman, but Garman will have that covered. No one was gambling on it. Maybe if they had, we'd see Rossington with the equaliser. Yeah, and it's Garman still on the ball. Nelson will pass it to DeFalco, looking to try and take the pass, but blocks it off. Number 3. Austin wants to take that front quickly, but we're going to see some more Rossington substitutions. Basford have made it 3-0 against Hallam FC, and we're actually going to see, I think, some Stocksbridge subs. Jack Tinker is going to come on, and so is Dan Nelson with Curtis Turner and Kyle Austin heading off. Trying to figure out where people are going to go. It looks like, interesting, the thing to notice, as Curtis Turner goes off, who was wearing the captain's armband, Jack Tinker has taken the armband for this second half. Looks like Nelson will head to right back while Tinker will be in centre back. Ball goes further and it will go out for a Rossington throw-in deep in their own half. To Swallownest. That's against Handsworth as Rossington have another throw here a bit further up. From goes down, goes over Nelson's head. The 16 turns out well to the number 11, who has quite a bit of space here. He's going up against Novak, the makeshift left back. Here comes the curling shot. Garman pats it up into the air and then collects. So we are right now 72 minutes into this match, and Garman will right-footed send this forward, looking for Haslam, who heads it on but can only give it back to the defender for Rossington. Hernandez putting pressure on him as it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, but they're able to pass it out back to the number 3. Taking his time with it. He's got some options though, and he will look to send it long to the right wing. I think they're trying to target Novak in that left back slot at the moment, as Novak does actually get the header onto it, tries to carry it on going forward though, and Tinker heads over that left hand side to keep it covered. It's his natural side. He's never actually seen him at centre back before, so an interesting test for Tinker today, especially with this number 16 who has a bit of weight to him to use in attack. I'd call it the Scott Ruthen build. All goes forward to Pryor, then into the middle to it's number 4. He looks like he's a new player who's come on as a substitute. Flicked on the 16 who tries to switch it to the 12. Well read by DeFalco, back in defence. Only goes back to the 14 and then into the middle now. Looks like Mitch Langton sort of moving centre forward at the moment as it's back into defence. Bit of clever footwork from him. Bit of pre-season showing off as Pryor carries it forward. Ends up going back and getting it to Langton, who's after initially being in centre forward, now it looks like he's in left back. Seems to be everywhere at the moment, Mitch Langton. And for number 3, that gives it all the way back now to the goalkeeper, and then out here to centre back. Rossington green in their defence, they switch it in their defence. DeFalco will look to press to see if he calls a mistake. Will be out to this number 12, the curly-haired winger. Tries to find in the middle, but well read by Phillipson. Steps in and boots that one out of play. Thrown back to the Rossington keeper. As Worksop have gone 5-0 up on Brighouse. Trialist A scoring. Trialist family obviously having a big representation in pre-season as they usually do. Only the one for Stocksbridge in this second half in central midfield as Tinker a bit too much on the on one of Rossington's forwards, and it'll be a free kick quickly taken, and the right wing has got past Novak and the pass goes in, but well read by Phillipson, who boots that one away. Still in play though. Rossington looks to attack, but Novak plays away, gets a bit of a shunt for his worth and all, and Rossington will restart quickly. Rossington looking to add a bit of pace to a pre-season game, which is nice to see. But they will now go all the way back to their goalkeeper. It's time as he goes forward to Pryor. Gets it past Childers, but Buttoff intercepts. Now to Childers, who looks to get round Pryor. Does really well, lays it off to the midfield, and then back to Novak. Then forward to the trialist, who then loses the ball to Langton, and Langton go down the right, puts it into the middle, but that's intercepted by Childers, who's had another really good game. And comes up to that pass there, I think was blocked by the referee. And we have a stoppage in play. Liversidge are 4-1 up. Alex Wallerton has scored. That's against Birtley. So Liversidge 4, Birtley 1. Childers on the ball, and big slide from their number 4 takes him out. And he's going to get a talking to from the referee, I think, that midfielder. It's a definite yellow in a competitive match. Are we going to see the rare pre-season yellow card? The referee's going to have a chat with him, make sure he knows that's absolutely not acceptable. He'll probably just remind him, you know it's pre-season, right? Let's not injure ourselves. He isn't going to get that mythical pre-season yellow card, as Rossington have made another substitute. A very young lad has come on, probably from their own reserves. They do have a developmental team in Rossington that's in the Sheffield and Hallamshire League. Novak takes this free kick, and he's going to take it short to Hernandez. And he's going to get past his man Hernandez on the left-hand side, face up with Langton. He's going to go on to the outside, try to put it back in, just knocked away. Butterworth turns, shoots, blocked on the line by the number 3. Butterworth almost gets his goal. Tinker tries to head away, but only gives it back to the number 15. Now here comes the counter from Rossington through 14. Tinker gets his foot in, a good time tackle, and Tinker will get this attack going. And now with Hernandez again on this left-hand side. Slows it up, then tries to speed it up as he cuts in on the inside. Lays the pass off to Butterworth. He's got 15 facing up. He's in the box on the left-hand side. Butterworth gives it back to Hernandez. Got the space, but doesn't really know he's got the shot on and has to pass it back to Childers after the closing down. Childers gets taken out by this 19 youngster who's just come on. Probably one of the few times when the age is younger than the number on the pitch. And he's going to get talking to from the referee, because I think that's another one that would probably be a yellow if it was an actual game. 77 minutes gone for this game. Butterworth taking his free kick from about 40 yards out. I think it is going to be a short one looking at it. He's going to switch it over to the right-hand side to Nelson. Nelson here puts the ball in and sliced away clearance, but enough of a clearance. Phillipson will pitch the shot to Nelson, who keeps it in. Nelson back to Chills, then back to Nelson. We'll touch it forward and carry on. Not entirely sure what to do. He gives it put to Butterworth, who turns into space, and back to Tinker, who takes a few steps forward and will carry on forward. We'll lay it off to the onrush run of Novak on the left. Novak will continue. Big burst pace by Novak. Teasing cross to the far post, head away, but DeFalco collects on the right. Heavy touch allows that young defender to get in and clears it out for a corner. Need a football. Stocksbridge looking very bright towards the end of this game. So, Chill, this is the one who's going to go over and take this corner. Here comes a very high lofted corner for the far post, and Butterworth has pushed off Langton, and that gives away the free kick. It wasn't the greatest goal for Chelsea, who put in that fantastic ball at the very first minute of this half for Haslam to score. Well, the header at the moment, that goal is looking like a winner, but we have still got more than 10 minutes to run in this match. Here on the right-hand side. Gives it to the 16, gives it back into Rossington's midfield, and all the way back it goes to the goal. Haslam will press, sends it long here, and will then bounce out, and Novak will allow that to go out for a throw-in. So Win Novak now, who has the ball. Trying to get down the line, but it's blocked, and it's going to go out for another throw. And goes in, going to be headed out by Childers. Rossington have another throw. It's quickly played in by the number 4, back to the right-hand side. All the way back to 15, who sends it over to the free, his fellow centre-back, and Falco gets a foot in, but the free is able to get through it. Sends pass forward, past 15, past Novak, to this number 19. He's a tiny little lad, but he's up against Novak here. Novak gets a foot in, will be a corner kick to Rossington. He's Matty Lee size, I'd say, that number 19. If we compare to like Stocksbridge players, Matty Lee, one of our reserves, who'll be playing against Hampstead's reserve. Not heard the result is from there yet. We will give you an update when we know. Ball lofted in, going to go in, but sliced away. It's just ball bouncing the box, but just Garman able to collect it. No Rossington players were challenging it really. Out now for Nelson here on the right-hand side. Lays it off for DeFalco. Trying to get down that right. Going to be charged off the ball is Nelson, and it'll go out for a goal kick. So into the middle, and centre midfielder tries to do the press, but realises there's nothing on for him on that one. Though Rossington get back in defence, send it long for the 16. Tinker will get his foot on it, boots it away, and into the car park that goes. So some poor volunteer's got to go chase that one down. Back he goes to the 18 and through into the middle and back to the free. We'll switch it over to the 12 now, and we'll double it back and back to Langton it goes. I think Langton's the only one I still know. I think Cody Pryor has gone off at some point in this game. Looks like Langton's getting the full 90. Through to the 16. Out to the right it goes. Now to the 4, who would likely have been booked in any other game. Hamsworth have got one back against Swallow Nest, 5-3 there. So if you wanted goals, you had to head to Swallow Nest, to the Swal 0 as they call it. Liversidge are 5-1 up on Bertley as well. Langton on to their number 4. Everyone is in that Stocksbridge half at the moment, other than the goalkeeper for Rossington. Chip ball into the box, looking for 14. Good header, not far off, almost an equaliser. That's probably the closest Rossington have been to a goal in the second half. It was a really nice ball. The 14's peeled off well, got a good head onto it, but just wide of that post. 83 minutes gone in this game. Brings 2-1 to Stocksbridge. Goals from Curtis Turner and Jack Haslam. Haslam with his second goal in 2 games. The pass is put shot to Butterworth onto Nelson on the right. Nelson lays it off for DeFalco. DeFalco will move into the centre to Butterworth, and he will go back to DeFalco on the right after being pressed into his own half. Then finds Butterworth again, but his touch takes him behind, and he will find Tinker as a bit of a relief pass forward to Childers, who has impressed in his 2 friendlies so far. Then he goes over to Nelson. Nelson right to Luca, and switched off to Chitterclin, who will find DeFalco again, but well in by Russian defender, who boots that one out over to the other side. We'll need another football. We might be running out of them soon. It's interesting. A lot of the... So we're going to have the throw-in from Dan Nelson when we get the back, and here it comes. The 15 will send it over to Nelson to take this throw and see if Stocksbridge can get a late goal, maybe. Nelson throws it into the middle to Childers, back to Nelson, sends it over the top, looking for Butterworth to get a foot onto it. Does get a foot and then clip late, and it will be a free kick. That, by the way, is the exact principle of why how Kane got that penalty, because it was the fact Butterworth got the touch first, got the touch onto the ball first. But the foul came in afterwards, it was late, and again, if it's in a free kick position, you get it. Yeah. Just because it was a penalty, Novak's coming over to take this free kick. Plenty of men in the box for Novak to aim at. Likes of Butterworth, the trialist, Luca De Falco, Hernandez. Phillipson's even gone up. The only people out of the box for Stocksbridge are Childers, the keeper, and Dan Nelson. Even Jack Tinker's in there. Maybe Jack Tinker can score in a friendly. Does it count? So here comes Novak. He's going to look for that far post, but head away the near one. Tinker was hovering behind. Back to Childers, who will try and loft it in the box, but cleared away by the captain of Rossington to the number 10. Here comes a counter from Rossington. Big ball forward, and Childers will have that covered. Lets it go to Garman with a quick pass out to Novak. The Steel's going to see if they can turn this into attack. Short one out to DeFalco. He's got the overlap of Novak as an option. He's going to try and find Novak here. Lofted ball over the top. Oh, Novak here will cut in on his left foot, puts the cross in towards the 6-yard area. Haslam was waiting for it, but it's cleared before it can get to him. Butterworth will look to head it back into the box. Number 4 with good head away goes to Langton, who with a big long clearance goes to the 15, but Nelson gets another touch onto it, goes back to Garman, who will again short pass out to Phillips, and Garman looking very tidy with his feet. Short out to Butterworth. Butterworth sending it long over the top, looking for DeFalco, but it's going to just bounce a bit too heavy and go out for a goal kick. Basford now leading 4-0 against Hallam FC. And that is with 86 minutes on the clock gone. Back to the Rossington keeper now, who will send this one along. Going to bounce off a few men before going into the midfield, and I don't think Phillipson was quite aware they had a man on him, but he was after getting yelled at. And Phillipson's going to go on his own, lays it off for DeFalco now on the right. He's got Hernandez and Haslam in the middle. DeFalco puts the cross in, Haslam rises, but it's headed away. Back to Childers, who takes the shot. It's a good looking shot, but it's actually well wide in the end. Looked like he hit that really cleanly at first, but in the end it just skews well wide, and I think it's headed. It turns out I think a dog got onto that ball first before any of the fans. Just him. So after seeing some good control from Denby the dog, who run that side. Now back for Rossington's goal kick. Ball going long. Butterworth will head it up into the air, and then Tinker will head back out over to this, but only goes to Rossington's 12. Finds the number 14 for Rossington. Left footed ball looking into the box. Garman will come. Tries to collect it near post. Number 19 just nipped in on it, and it actually came off Garman. Last according to referee, it will be a corner. Stocksbridge players are not happy with that decision at all. Stocksbridge do need to stop the complaining and get it sorted and organising. Nelson will head that away at the near post. Big, strong header from him, and it will be out for a Rossington throw. Goes into number 4, then back to the 19, and that will be the full-time whistle here. So the Steels have won their second pre-season friendly. They took an early lead through Curtis Turner and effort from the edge of the box, but right before the end of the first half, Rossington did equalise. A very tidy finish from close range from
a well whipped in free kick. However, the second half started with a goal as well. Within a minute, Declan Childers' whip ball in was headed in with a great diving header from Jack Haslam. The Steels then held on, win that game 2-1. It's another pre-season win, so we'd like to say thank you to Rossington Main for being fantastic hosts of this friendly. Stocksbridge's next game is away at Golcar on Monday. Not sure what the commentary is going to be like for the pre-season friendlies for the next week. I do have some personal things I do need to tend to over the next week, so we will do keep an eye on social media for what the commentaries will be happening. So the best way to find out about what's happening on the game against Golcar on Monday is to head over to Golcar. But anyway, I have been Adam Allcroft. We will see you the next game we see you. It could be any one of the ones over the next week. Hopefully, definitely Farsley at the very least. It's Monday and Wednesdays away trips to Golcar and Answorth that we may not have commentary for, but we'll see you whenever we see you. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.